we're going to talk about hollow ground theory versus flat sharpening. Who's right and who's wrong? Well, I'm going to start off by saying to you, we as professional sharpening technicians, we confusing everybody. How so? Well, I showed you a video that you can sharpen your blade flat. But in the comments down below, you notice all the sharpeners are saying he's wrong. You can't do that. Something is not right with that. You can't flat sharpen hollow ground blades. It's not going to be successful. You will have to send your blades to me. Well, what's interesting is most of you guys are giving me messages that you guys did it and it worked. Your blades are crispy sharp. Then I took my personal blades, my trimmer, and my detachable blades, which are like high-end quality blades for barbers or dog groomers. And if you check all my videos and those haircuts, all of those blades was flat sharpened, even though they are hollow ground. So that's where the confusion lies. So if you look down low in the last video, you have 60-something people who thumbs down, disliked. Majority of them are professional sharpening technicians like me. So the question is, who's right and who's wrong? Well, hollow ground theory is correct. And all the sharpeners who support hollow ground theory, you are right. So the question is, why did I teach you how to sharpen a blade flat when the blade is actually hollow ground? Because I gave you a donut. What is a donut? You driving down the road, boom, pop, the tire blow out. You need a patch or a new tire. At 12 o'clock at night, you can't get a new tire. You can't get a patch. What you do, you hop out the car, pop the trunk, you put a donut on it. It's not the tire, but that donut got you where you needed to be. You got to where you had to get to and successfully got there. But it won't last for long. You can't drive on a donut forever. So what does that mean? I taught you how to sharpen a blade flat like a donut to get you from point A to point B. You got a shop full of customers. Your blade start chewing. You gonna call sharpener technician Mitch? He ain't gonna help you right then. You can't mail it to sharpener technician Mitch. He can't help you if you mail it. Even if sharpener technician Mitch lived across the street from your house, he can't help you right then. So what you gonna do? You gonna get the donut, take that blade, flat sharpen it on sandpaper like I showed you, and flatten it out a little bit and get that blade working again. If you home and you got children you cut in the house, or your wife cut your hair, or you got family members and something happened and y'all gotta go somewhere looking clean, you gonna call Sharpener Mitch and send him your blade? No. If Sharpener Mitch live across the street, it won't help you right then. So what you do? Get the donut. Take that blade off, flat sharpen it like I taught you. And guess what? If you notice, I taught you to stay flat. Maybe 10, 20 strokes at the most. Don't tear up the blade. Stay smooth. Don't move. I gave you the donut. But just like a donut, it won't last forever. And if a donut you continue to ride on it, it's eventually going to tear up the car. So if you continue to flat sharpen it, it's going to tear up the blade at some point, flatten it out. However, that's where hollow ground come in. So you got to know what you're doing. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on with hollow ground theory. So basically, most people think that a blade is like this, flat and go across each other. But no, the blade is actually hollow, bodied out. And the wheel, when you get a blade brand new, is hollow bodied out. And what eventually happens, the tips, you wear down, you wear down, you wear down, you wear down, you wear down. Sometimes along the way, it get a little bumpy in there and it start pulling hair. So what's going to happen? You pick up the donut, you go and you flat sharpen it a little bit, flatten it a little and get you back going. But at some point, if you keep sharpening, it flattens out. And if it gets flat like this, it chews hair. What needs to be done? You need to get the blade back hollow bodied again. The reasoning is now you have to go to Mitch the sharpener to go and hollow it out. but I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer the blade without using the machine by using sandpaper. Yes, when your blade go bad, it's my blade and I want it now. You don't have time to send it to Mitch the sharpener. In fact, keep this in mind. Before they made this machine, back in the 20s and the 30s, how did they sharpen blades? They had to sharpen it somehow without the machine. And guess what? When they didn't have electric clippers, how did they cut hair? With the hand clippers, right? So how is it that these professional sharpeners telling you it can't be done? Well, there's an exception to the rule. Yes. How is an exception to the rule? I'll give you an example. If you have a basketball team, professional team, and that team don't have a center, he's hurt, you end up winning the game. How? Because you got LeBron James. Now that same team, the power forward get hurt, but you end up winning the game. How? Because you got LeBron James. Then when the point guard break his ankle and is on the bench and you still win the game. How? Because you got LeBron James. LeBron James, 6'8", 6'9", 240 pounds. Guess what? He's an exception to the rule. He's agile. He's quick. He's large. He got jumping ability, jumping out the roof. 6'8", 6'9", 240 pounds. That's not normal. Take, for example, Russell Wilson, 6 feet, little frame. He should be sitting at home on the couch. But no, they pay him billions of dollars. Why? Because he's an exception to the rule. He got an arm. He's little. He move around. He get the job done. Lamar Jackson, outrun your running back, outrun your wide receiver, but he's the quarterback and get the job done. That's an exception to the rule. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a real life exception to the rule, okay? Caleb, what instrument is this?
This is bass guitar.
Well, play it like a bass. Now play it like a guitar. Should I get a drummer song? Let's get a drummer song. All right, so we just gave you a real life exception to the rule. So now we got to show you exactly what's going on with hollow ground sharpening. See, you got to know what you're doing. So basically, what is it? This plate actually is a cone. So what you need to do is imagine a cone. We flatten the cone real down, skinny, thick, like thin like this plate. And what you have is a very thin, on a microscopic level, a cone shape. We as professional sharpeners, we come and we get on this plate and we hollow grind this blade out, turning it to a hollow body. Now the blade that gotten flat now becomes back hollow again. And then you have these two blades that come together and they hollowed out again. So here's the question. Do you need to send your blade to sharpening technician Mitch to get this done? No. I'm going to show you how to do it with just sandpaper. Now here's the thing I want you to know. What I'm about to show you going to make all the professional sharpening technicians want to kill me. And it's going to be as if I'm committing suicide. So I'm going to teach you a new word today. Whenever I do something that make my fellow sharpener technicians in the sharpening world want to kill me, it's called clippercide. So the new word today is called clippercide when I'm doing something to irritate those in the sharpening community. But because I'm an exception to the rule, I'm a professional sharpener technician, but I'm also a professional barber. So when me as Dreezy the Baby the barber do something to irritate my fellow barbers, it's called barbercide. It's like I do something to piss y'all off and y'all end up wanting to kill me. So right now, I'm committing clipper side. Why? Because what you're going to do at home, you're going to, before the next video, you need to purchase one of these. Smooth like this, it's a sharpening block. And you can get it on Amazon, it's high. Then what you got to do is get yourself some 220 grit sandpaper. Okay? And then you need to get yourself a bottle of Blade Boost. Now, that's all you really need. So what we're going to do is, this is the hollow side, this is the flat side. We're going to show you how to put the hollow ground back in your blade without sending it to Sharpener Mitch. Now, one more thing you got to remember, you got homework to do. Before the next video and I teach you this, you need to figure out how to make yourself custom blade magnets. And go to my video, custom blade magnets, because when you hollow sharpening, you actually need to have control over the blade. Now, what's actually happening to the blade? Again, you have to know what you're doing. So if you take this cone and you lay this blade flat on the cone, imagine this is the wheel, and we're going backwards and forward. This curved shape is spinning into the blade. As it spins into the blade and we go back and forth, you cutting the hollow ground back into the blade, getting it smooth. And when the two come together, now you got the hollow body blade back, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, keep this in mind. There are times when you get a blade brand new out the pack and it actually chew hair. We're going to show you how to fix that as well. Now, I need to explain something to you. Me as a barber, they call me Dreezy Baby. Now, my middle name is Mitch, so they sometimes call me Mitch the Sharpener. And I'm going to let you know right now, Mitch the Sharpener, he just like a little bit of bass. Barber, he like himself some guitar and some drums.